Hello guys, this is Pep from Pep back at it again, and today we have a video, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, that comes from a request. I was asked for a gem guide, sort of gem guide video, because of course basically 90% of my box opening videos features me with at least 9,999 gems, and of course a lot of you asked how I have all that gems, especially thinking that all my characters I here have so many. I mean, they're all leveled up, as you can see right there. I do not have that many right now, even if with the release of the new world, you know, every time a new world is released, I get new characters, and I'm very, you know, greedy into farming them. I wait a lot, I wait the correct times, of course depending on the cards that I want to get, and of course remembering always the number one thing, that is, you can't, if you do not want to spend money, you can't get all the cards. So that's the number one thing you have never to forget. So let's start from the beginning. We have, as you can see right there, a little overview of all my. Let's actually start with a little overview of all my the whole account. Actually, guys, before jumping right into it, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot, guys. So new year, let's make it even bigger with this, with your support, guys. Your support through the whole 2022 was insane, and thank you so much for that. So let's go dive into it. So we have, as you can see right there, in the Duel Monsters, in Duel Monster world, we have all the characters level 45, except actually everyone. Yes, there's no one missing. And from DSOD, the only thing is that we had the level cap increase. That's why we have some guys to farm. I was pretty happy about that, because of course that meant more gems to farm. So I farmed Igamis, you know, very quickly, because I wanted to use the level up reward for the content. So as you may have seen my cubic video, and now I'm farming Shadow for the 2 Melody Awakening Dragon, because I wanted to test that out and of course bring some content to you, my boys. And then we have all these guys that I'm gonna of course save up for later. I'm gonna save their gems for later. Then in GX we have all farmed up, as well as it is in 5Ds, except for Paradox, as you can see right there, to farm from scratch, as well as Ryu is the name. So we basically for now have, apart from the characters from the SOT, we have Paradox 1, 2, Ryu. Then we have Jirag 3, and what else? Yugioh 4, and Blue Angel. So we have 5 characters to farm from scratch, and this is actually a pretty good period of time for my account, for my Duel Links playing, as I actually sit up on a lot of gems. I was lucky because, and here starts, of course, we can start now. I can start spreading my tips that I actually already shared with you in my latest video, but of course now after 3 years I'm gonna give you some more some updated tip, if you wanna make it that way. And so first thing first, guys, as I told you, you know, consequentially, as you can't get all the cards if you do not want to spend money. Second thing is that you should not go into every box. Of course, the most simple answer to how do you always have 9,999 gems is I simply skip boxes, guys. That's the truth. That's nothing special about it. It's just like patience. So I simply wait, and as you can see, I sit on these characters. I do not farm them. I just wait. And because I want, of course, to collect gems and spend them whenever there's something I'd like to get. That's it. So here is the thing. Then I'm gonna show you also with this. I'm not here with this with Quattro. Just I'm with Quattro because I wanted to show you the deck list that I used to farm with standard duelist. So as you can see right there, actually a deck list that I brought on the channel as well. So don't get me wrong, you do not need to have this exact deck list to farm. I just happened to find myself with a lot of wins using this deck list. I think the AI just managed to use it really easily, so that's why I'm using that. So if you're farming your characters, so you're not in old account like this one, you wanna farm your standard duelist every 5 hours. Every 5 hours, guys, these counters goes full. You have a full respawn, 10 characters. You go with your per tree right here, and you farm your guys. So it's the most efficient way and to farm your guys, to farm your characters, and to get your gems, to get your rewards quickly. So then this is the first thing. Then the second tip, guys, again, these are things that a lot of you may already know, but I'm just repeating them because a lot of you asked what actually I do to have those gems, and this is what I do every day. I play the standard duelist. Then I make sure, guys, this is one of the tip, I make sure to farm every legendary duelist, as you can see right there, that spawns in every word. So what do? Basically, I just begin the day. I do I of course farm the 10 standard duelists. Then I get with the character I need to farm. In this case, it's a Shadow. So I just go with Shadow right here. I do all the characters, and then I make sure to farm every legendary duelist that spawns in every word. So I go word by word, I duel the legendary duelist. And why do I do that? Because when you even with the auto duel, you can get some gems, because you know one of the rewards from the legendary duelist can be gems. I know it's just so little. It can be 1, it can be 5, it can be 15 sometimes if you're lucky, but most of the times it will be none, it will be 0. But if you do this every day, or to be completely honest with you, every 5 hours, even the legendary duelists spawn back again. If you do it every 5 hours, at the end of the day, guys, from 10 to 50 gems, you can definitely make it. So every day this is, keep in mind that. Of course, excluding the hours in which you sleep, of course, so -8 to be honest. And of course, guys, there are some days when I'm busy with work, or I'm out for a day and I can't play the game. I always make sure to log in. That's why I have the game on my phone. But it happens sometimes that I do not have the time. But the point is that I try to make sure that 90% of days I just do the auto duel. Just because with the phone it's so easy, I can just leave it there, press a couple of times, and have my standard duelist and legendary duelist done. So this is the first tip: farm every legendary duelist in each word. Second tip: check. Of course, this is one of the oldest tip that we have, but some of you may not know this. Click on this stuff in the game of this. You can have some interaction right here. You can press here, and once per day on each how can we say place of the dual word, you can get some gems. You can go from, it can be 1, it can be 3, or it can be 5. So I click here every day as he begins, and each place gives you gems at least once per day. So once per day, once every 24 hours, you're guaranteed to get 1, 3 or 5 gems from this shop. This is the second thing. Third thing, I check what this. Now, after the update in September, we do not have all the tutorial to do, unfortunately, the dual quizzes. So this is all the complete. Actually, we still have them, right? I mean, there a lot of them were erased, but I even now I always go into loner deck tools to check this. Now it was actually reset, and I have to do this. I know it's not that much. It's three gems, but if you just do it, I just do it every day because it costs me so little. Like, how much does it take to do this? A couple of minutes? I do it. So 3 gems, if it was every day, but it's not every day, you get actually 90 gems per month. So I checked this, and this is actually, these guys are all little tips, nothing special. And another thing that I do a lot, and it happens because, as you can see right there, I have so many keys. Where are the keys? Right here. There you go. I have almost maxed out. Actually, they were maxed out, but then I used them. I used some of them because I didn't want to, to refuse. Because if you have max out of, for example, green keys, and you get from the exclamation point marks in dual world, what happens is that you get to refuse. You cannot accept them because you're already full, right? So every time I make sure to use some of them. How? Of course, by simply playing at the gate. I spend some when I have the time, because most times I do not have the time, 1 hour or 2 just playing with these guys. I take the standard deck that I showed you here earlier, with Quattro, but you can use, of course, any card trick you want. Maybe someone that you need some skill to farm, because of course when you play against legendary duelists, you can get some skill as a reward. And I play at the gate. And guys, I showed you something like that in my post. You can find them in the community section. I made some research, and you can actually have, let me just check this, because I should have the file right here somewhere. And what happens is that I get 176 gems in 130 duels. So basically at the gate, playing at the gate, you actually get 1.5 gems per duel, on average. So I made the count for 130 duels, and I get 176 gems. So not that crazy, but that is anyway, a way to farm gems. Then this was the third tip. The fourth is, always, guys, always take your time each month to reach King of Games. Why? Because you get, of course, 200 gems for reaching King of Games, plus holder and cap gems that are actually, I think, 10 for rank 5, rank 4, rank 3, 2, 1, and then the 2 of platinum, you get like 70 gems. So in a total, if you reach King of Games every month, you get 270 gems each month out of nowhere. So why not? Plus all the rewards, all the gems that you get from the rewards of the ranked duels, of course, and those are even more gems. So let me check if I can actually show you right here. No, I can't. Maybe if I go there. No, I can't. Anyway, for the first 100 duels, you get gems every time you duel. Maybe not each duel. I think it's 9 out of 10, because sometimes you get those orb or those useless gold, but that's fine. So and then other tip, what we have, farm, guys. Even if you're not interested in the event, farm it. Every event that actually happened to be released, just farm it till the end. I mean, we have here Duelist Road, right? Even if you do not have characters to farm, I mean, even if you do not want to farm any characters, because let's suppose you want to save gems, so you do not want to farm characters, what you do, I just take a level 35, so a maxed out character. I do the standard duelist every day, every 5 hours. Why? Because I wanted to accumulate this so that I can play this. So I can just do it in auto duel again and again, and I know I basically burn out my phone just to do that, but I do that repeatedly again and again just to take all these skill chips. I know these are not skill chips. These are, how do we call this? Lottery coins. So we get all the lottery coins in order to have the most amount of draws from this, because even from this, guys, I can show you right now, you can get some gems for this. And you know, if you farm, I actually was pretty lucky. I got 11 gems right here, as you can see. 1 from 5 and 6 from 1, so we have 11. And so even by doing that, those are all little things that add up, creating a very valuable amount of gems that you can use to buy stuff. Then what we have also, guys, this is an advice that I gave to I don't know how many of you, just writing it in the comments, replying to you guys. And this advice was, do not spend your gems unless you have at least 10k, 9k, just to be, you know, why is that? Because apart from the satisfaction when you spend so many gems all at once, but that is actually the best way to be 100% sure that you're making a good investment. Because once you add all those gems up, you actually are more careful about how to spend them, because there are so much that you actually care and you do not want to waste them. So that makes you more thoughtful about your about how you spend them. That's really important, guys, because if you spend your gems every 1,000 that you accumulate, you actually end up never completing a whole deck, never feeling satisfied, always in a hurry. Just be patient, wait until you have 10k, and then you spend to build the deck. And guys, your number one thing should always be to build at least a deck that gets you to COG. For the reason, of course, that I told you before, because just reaching COG gives you 270 gems per month. And that's really, really important. Other than, of course, the event, guys, all the stuff that you have to farm. And again, once and for all, the number one core advice is be patient. Guys, you have to be patient with your gems. I mean, don't get me wrong, I sometimes spend some money on this. I never spent money on boxes, on release of boxes, for example. I happened to spend some money on a mini selection that had some cards that I wanted. I can't even remember what it was, but I usually spend gems. I usually spend money in this game on 2 occasions. The UR sale, because with $1 you can just get 1 UR from a box, and I usually spend around $7 or $8 just to get 7 or 8 URs. I just pick of course, the boxes I want a UR of, and I try my luck. And I spend occasionally money on Structure, but as you know, if you follow me for at least a couple of months, you know I do not have all the Structure decks. In fact, a lot of times I have to say to some of you, I have to answer that I do not have the cards just because I didn't buy the Structure. So that's the thing, and you should prioritize, of course. I mean, this is a game, so you should prioritize your gems and your resources on the cards that you want to play. Of course, as I always explain to you, my boys, it always comes to what, or better to say, how you enjoy the game. Because there are 2 ways to enjoy this game. The first one is by winning or being competitive. If you enjoy the game only if you win, and if you're competitive, then you should focus on the tier list and you should wait. Actually, everyone should wait at least 1 week after every box gets released to see how that box has impacted the meta. Wait for the tournament results and see how those new cards are doing in the meta. You should never spend your gems before a KC Cup, because we know that after a KC Cup, ban list applies, ban list occurs. And what else, guys? While instead, if you do not want to be competitive, if you enjoy the game simply by playing the cards that you like, a little bit like me, for example, you should make sure to have, first thing first, make sure to have at least a cog worthy deck in order to reach cog each month to get those 270 gems per month, and then, and only then, focus on the cards you like. For example, I just like heroes, so every time there's heroes, I do not care if they're going to be meta or not. I just go on them because I wanted to play heroes, I like playing them, and that's it. Also, I make a box opening video without waiting a week after the box release, right? But that's because I'm content creator and I know you guys wanted to see that stuff, that's why I do it. So unless you're a content creator, just always wait before spending your gems on a new box. And guys, again, I can assure you there's nothing more than that. And again, the secret to have all these gems piled up is just by thoughtfully selecting the box you spend your gems on. That's all. In fact, I had all these gems before the future secret box opening because I skipped the last one. I completely skipped it because there were not cards that I was interested in, and there were actually no heroes, no super impactful meta stuff. And guys, even for that, even when there are some impactful meta cards, sometimes it happens that I simply do not want them. If I do not want to play them, I just not do it. So it all comes to what you do, what you need to enjoy the game. So guys, I know it can sound a little bit confusing, but you know, I think I made it a little bit about everything on how you should be, you know, how should be your attitude towards this game. So it's about being patient and wait, because Konami is always going to give you some gems with the events. Then there are the special events, like in 2 weeks, guys. I think on the 12th of January we're gonna get some extra gems, extra tickets. So of course those are beautiful months, and the KC Cup as well is a very good source of gems, because whenever we have the KC Cup, you know guys, we get 50 gems per day. That is an insane amount. So guys, just be careful and thoughtful with your gems. That's it. I know a lot of you will be disappointed from this. Maybe you expect some magic trick, but the truth is there's no magic trick. And all the guys that have all the cards and 3 copies of each, they are just guys that spend money. That's the truth. There's nothing special about that. They have money. So if you have money, go on. You're free to do what you want, of course. But if not, or if you do not want to, or if you do not spend that much, these are the secrets. Be careful and be patient. Guys, I hope it was all clear. Of course, if you have some questions, don't be afraid to ask. I hope the guy that asked for this is satisfied, because this is everything I do. There's nothing more. There's nothing more than that. So every other question, guys, of course, you know, I always answer in the comments. I hope in the next days, in the next weeks, I will start streaming as well. I'm making my I'm trying to make up my mind and of course organize all the stuff, because it's not that easy to also to choose where to, if YouTube or Twitch, you know, it's a little bit hard for me, also to find the time and, you know, be 100% sure on what to do on during the streams. but just chatting with you, I think it could be nice. So guys, that was all for these videos. I will call it just an updated guide for 2023 on how to get your gems, how to play Duel Links in terms of gems, of course. And I hope again that the guide that has got for this was satisfying. Guys, thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.